before we get into the video, I just wanted to say, when I say this game is perfect, I mean it is complete garbage, and I'll be getting into that in a second here. But on the, another note, I will not be buying the game. The gameplay you see in the video is not mine. This game is not worth how much they're charging for it. Now, off the rip, I do just want to say one thing. The gameplay in this game does look really fun, and the graphics are, they're all right. But if you compare it all the way back until, I don't know, Arkham Knight from 2015, magically somehow a game that is almost 10 years old has about, I don't know, it has better graphics. I'm just going to put it that way. And it's really sad for how long they've been working on this game and how hyped up this game actually is. It's really disappointing. And the way that they executed a bunch of things within this game just did not go that well, in my opinion. I think it just went very horribly. Like, it's just really pathetic and sad how long people waited for this game just for it to come out and be mediocre at best. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, why are you going to talk bad about the game so much if you haven't even played it or bought it? Well, I've seen enough stuff about the game and been spoiled for everything within the game. Thank God, to be honest. Ripping off that band-aid real fast, anyways. But been spoiled enough and just to know that the game is bad. And I can already see so many flaws within this game because, in all fairness, if you've played video games as long as I have, I've been playing them for a very long time, years, ever since I was probably like 5 years old. You can just tell with these things, it's kind of like being a critic in a ways. One issue I have with this game itself, just by looking at it, because I've seen many people play it, is the combat in it is very repetitive and it's not even as smooth as the old Batman Arkham games. Because in this game, it's just guns, flashing lights, explosions, stuff like this. The gameplay, the way the graphics look, everything, it doesn't even like even remotely feel at all like it is in the same universe as the Arkham games because everything is more like sci-fi. I don't know, it's just superpowers everywhere kind of thing. And I know this is something that's in DC, but what made the Arkham Batman games so good was that they actually were more realistic with how it was. Everything had an explanation and then some, but in this game, it's too much, and it's like they tried to do too much with it, and it just did not work in the end. One other thing that is probably the most upsetting is keep in mind the people you are fighting in this game are the Justice League, but the ways that they die and stuff is really dumb because you can tell that they are visibly more powerful than the Suicide Squad. And let's be real, people like Superman, The Flash, especially Batman, would not lose to, I don't know, four guys that can't really do anything. I mean, Batman's already basically gone against Deadshot in the Arkham games, but they can just retcon him and now magically he's black. They had a Twitter post about it and everything. Like it's so dumb. It was the new Deadshot holding up a sign saying like, "Oh yeah, there's only room for one of us. I'm the real one. Here, I'll show you." But yeah, look at this. Like, I'm sorry, this is such a dumb thing to do because so you're gonna tell me the Batman, Arkham Batman, when he went against Deadshot and all the other Arkham games, that was a fake Deadshot. Like, no, clearly wasn't. They wouldn't have put in so much effort for his character and all that stuff for absolutely no reason. It is probably the dumbest thing that they have done, like one of the dumbest. I mean, there's a lot of other dumb things that has gone wrong with this game, but oh my gosh. And the Assault on Arkham movie, funny enough, is actually canon to the Arkham verse, the Arkham games, and the Deadshot in that is white. Take a look at this. Now let me ask you something. Does he seem black to you? No, I didn't think so either. And the worst part about that is, so obviously Deadshot has a daughter who's also talked about in the new Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game, Zoe or Zoe, whatever her name is, I forget because I don't really care. But in that movie, that Deadshot's daughter is also named the same thing. Oh, wow. So he can't be a fake. So they just took the really easy way out and retconned him in probably the laziest way possible, which is really pathetic coming from Rocksteady. Now, obviously, seeing this game, all the Justice League dying and stuff, that's happened in multiple comic books. And I don't care about them dying, even Batman, and I'm like a huge Batman fan. His name's even in my Gmail, so I don't mess with that. It's like, but here's the thing, is it's just the way they die. One, Superman magically dies to bullets. Like, yes, they use kryptonite on him, but even so, Superman would have like ripped them to shreds. His punch is strong enough to turn someone into a red mist. So I don't get that. And the Flash, the boss fight with that is so bad because it's like, I don't know, think about it. Obviously the Justice League in this game are visibly more powerful than the people you play as. Like there's one when with Green Lantern, he just swoops all of them up, grabs them, and then is just flying around the city ridiculously fast. You're telling me he couldn't just end them if he wanted to, if he can just do that? No, he could. But the only reason the Suicide Squad can do anything in this game is plot armor, which is what I hate. It is so dumb. So in the Flash fight, it's like, why can't he just vibrate his hand fast enough and destroy their heart with it? Just put it right through their chest. Like it doesn't make sense. Oh, all the Speed Force blockers. It's like no, that I'm sorry, but that wouldn't work. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. You can't just block the Speed Force. You can't just stop the Speed Force like that. That doesn't even make sense to do. I don't know. It's just really dumb. And the only um the only Justice League member that got a proper death was Wonder Woman for some reason, which really bothers me. It's just like I'm sorry, but nobody cares about Wonder Woman on top of that, and it's like there is this one rumor that I did read up on where obviously most of the old Rocksteady like crew and stuff that worked on the old Arkham games left. That they left the studio and stuff. So that is one reason why this game isn't nearly as good. Bunch of stuff isn't as good with it. But the theory about that, not even theory, speculation. I don't know what you would call it, but basically a bunch of men hating activists work up there at Rocksteady, supposedly. That's what I heard. So I mean, it kind of makes me believe it because every single other like hero Justice League member that was a guy, their death like was terrible. For example, the Flash, when you kill him, he just drops to the ground and that's it. There is no special cutscene. He's basically dead. And then the boomerang motherfucker, I forget his name because I don't care about him either, goes to like piss on him or something. He pulls his dick out. It's kind of funny, but it's just that's it. It's nothing special. He drops to the ground, not even a cutscene, and he's dead. That is it. But Wonder Woman goes off against Superman, gets laser beamed to death, and then Harley Quinn and all of them are just staring there. And Harley Quinn's upset, kneeled at her side. They tried to even help her and everything. And it's so dumb because it genuinely really makes me believe that rumor. It just adds up. Why would the only woman get an actual death compared to even the likes of Batman, which is what made Rocksteady what they are? He is the person that realistically brought in most of their stuff. So, but no, he just dies talking shit like a crybaby on a park bench and then gets shot in the head. And his character, everything that was built up to that, his legacy is just destroyed. And of all people to be killed by Harley Quinn, when anyone knows if the Joker was still around, he would kill Harley for even killing Batman because he, in the end, truly loved Batman. He didn't really care about Harley, he just used her. And it's just for all that happened, everything just to go away like that. Just, oh, let's kill Batman is so dumb. And another thing that is super annoying is Arkham Batman in this game. is really, really dumb for some reason. Let's be real. The Brainiac thing, whatever he did to them, the Justice League, Batman would have seen that coming from a mile away. A mile away. It is so dumb. But before I get more into the Batman situation, I guess, I will show the cutscenes of them dying, and you will see what I mean about how Wonder Woman, the Flash, all of them about their deaths. It's they're really bad, and Wonder Woman is the only one that got somewhat of a death. And also on another note, these clips aren't mine as well because once again I did not play the game and I refuse to spend $70 on a piece of shit. It is so not worth it.
Looks like just the four of us sent your ass back to Krypton, Kal-El. Gonna stay tapped out this time?
I really hope he's dead.
Come on, live in the moment, Boomer.
Well, we only went and did it, you bloody beauties! We killed Superman! Hell, we murdered the whole Justice League! In self-defense, since they were all totally evil, yeah.
A titanic battle. A good, glorious battle. But one foe remains.
Does it look different to anyone? A little scared, maybe?
I do not think it can show micro-expressions. Like me.
It would have done something by now, right? Hey! Scream now or forever rest in peace!
I'm calling it Task Force X-4. Justice League and Brainiac, 0.
Ah! Do you feel it? The swell of pride for what we have accomplished together.
Oh, I don't know how to feel about respecting you lot, but... Oh, it's choking me up. Shark, you're crushing me.
Sure feels like we've grown as people from killing all these people. You want a high five?
Know what, Quinn? I do. Up high.
Celebrating before the game is over. How human of you. Don't you know this is my game? And so the Flash has expired. He saved our lives, yet we ended his. As honorable warriors, we will show proper respect to this fallen hero by...
Show a little class, man. Holy shit. Congratulations.
Makes sense. The gods have cursed you in every other way.
Guess you got what you wanted, Boomer. Too bad no one saw it.
Yeah, well, I saw it, all right. Look, I'm not gonna make a big deal of it.
Oh, thanks. We really appreciate
But I've prepared a speech. It's necessarily long. Take a seat, Sharky. I know you love the dramatic stuff.
I really do.
To my massive and disappointingly male fan base.
I don't think the ship dug your bait and tackle show, Boomer.
Run!
That was a short speech, Boomerang.
Yeah, real bummer we won't get to hear the rest of it.
You're gonna die screaming at Superman's feet.
Why? What's up with his feet?
I don't know, man. We're 2 for 2 on killing your boys so far.
Ah! Love mixing work and pleasure.
You think you're a team now? You're herd animals, dependent on someone else to survive. Like you, Harkness. An illiterate alcoholic who's desperate for the spotlight.
And Floyd's a deadbeat dad. Sharky's a freak who'll never be a real boy, and I'm... What was it? Oh yeah, I never was too bright. Get some new material, jerk off. You know, Joker used to be real good at hurting people with words. But you, boop. Even when you're evil, you're still too good. You had a good run, Brucey. Flying around Gotham, punching bad guys, cleaning up the streets, causing long-term mental and emotional damage to everyone you knew. It's our turn now. After all we've been through. Oh. Bet you didn't think it'd be me at the end, huh, Bats?
Are we done with your bad stand-up routine?
Almost. But you always gotta end on your best joke. Time for us bad guys to save the world. Hey, you gotta bust him back.
Oh, bloody shield's still up!
The Green Lantern still maintains some control.
What's up, Lantern? You still feeling fresh and relaxed? Yeah, that's what I thought. Not so easy in a fair fight, is it?
A fair fight. Y'all look pathetic. 4 dipshit cons too dumb to know when they're punching above their weight. You're just gonna go from Waller's prison to Brainiac's.
Nah. Didn't you hear? We're out on good behavior.
We are not.
Ship's honked off about Lantern.
Ah, shield's still up too. What? Did you miss? What are we supposed to do now? Starting to run low on Brainiac boys to kill.
We could wait around for Batman to pop out of a floor grate and punch each of us in the brain.
We could take him.
You know how many guys I saw get put into traction after saying they could whoop Batman's ass? Now that he's all murder, murder, kill, kill, he could destroy us without it. Well,
What you doing there, Sharko?
Shark? What you got there, buddy?
Somebody take it from him.
You wanna try?
Now I'm going to play the clip of Wonder Woman, and you'll see what I mean by they gave her an actual death. Not just some stupid, like, monologuing before she dies, or just nothing. They gave her an actual kind of sentimental, I don't know, sad death. But couldn't do that for anyone else. Even Batman, because Batman's he just kind of died on the park bench. His body was just left there in such a like I don't sad way. Like his legs were literally on the park bench. But, you'll see what I mean.
We have to get inside the inner sanctum. Now. What are you doing? I own you. He is going to kill us all! You want this to be where you take your last breath? No? Then help me. I only need one of you. As for the other three, you're dead already.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that, Shark. That's Superman. He'll kick your ass.
She's with us.
I'm sorry, Kal-El.
try to talk. It should have killed him. He'll recover. Be prepared.
Shark, help me carry her in. We got medics inside.
Thought the four of you couldn't achieve anything. Prove me wrong.
She's probably just bushed. Right?
Her heart has stopped beating.
You went out like you lived, doll. Looking sharp. And never listening to us.
What the hell do we do now?
Task Force X, get inside.
So yeah, I'm assuming now you know, for anyone that hasn't played the game or was thinking about it and stuff and is watching this video, if anyone's watching it, why, like, or, you know, about how she got an actual death compared to basically everybody else. It's so stupid. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous and unacceptable. They should have all gotten a death like that, especially Batman. But now, I guess, I don't know, to get into some more important stuff, I guess you could say the actual bullshit with Batman and what they did to his character and everything within this game. I'm going to make sure to go into good detail because, one, I've played, like, all the Batman games as well, Arkham games, so I know how he is. And two, I'm just a big ass Batman fan. I'm a nerd about him, trust me. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the fact that Batman would not leave Gotham under any circumstances. Anyone who has played the other Arkham games would know this. Now, spoiler, you know, in case you haven't played those games, but in the end he fakes his death. Okay, that's kind of obvious. And these people are robbing a family in an alleyway, kind of just like what happened to Batman when he was a kid, you know, what made him Batman. It was a whole thing. But so to scare them off, you see this weird bat type creature thing rise like smoke and just rush like at them in a ways, turns into this giant fiery bat symbol somehow from this, I don't know, human kind of bat thing. But that's because Batman started using fear toxin, because there's a quote that Batman said in the game, Gotham is going to need a new myth, a new legend, and that's why he started using fear toxin to become that new myth, that new legend, while everyone thought he was dead, and someone just thought, you know, people thought that someone was trying to be Batman, so, you know, to trick them, he used that, the fear gas, put fear into them, make them see things that they're scared of, all kinds of stuff. But the issue with that shit is, one, obviously Batman wouldn't leave Gotham under any circumstances because he actually cares a lot about the Bat family, you know, Jason, Dick, Tim, Barbara, you know, and he also cares about Gordon as well. And by leaving Gotham, he would be leaving them too, and he's not going to do that, right? Obviously. So for him to just up and leave and go to, I don't know, what did it, I forgot what the stupid city is called that Superman is in. Something that starts with an M. Metropolis, yeah. And Superman basically asked him to join the Justice League, and it was a whole thing. Batman came out of pretending to be dead and stuff, which is cool, you know, and whatever. And then Superman asked him to join the Justice League, and everyone knows who Batman obviously is now. And then he basically was just like, all right, I'll join the fucking Justice League. Like, no, that's not what Batman would do, especially after the thing. Gotham's gonna need a new myth, a new legend. he needs to be there. So by how they did this game, and especially with Batman, they ruined his whole character. And on top of that, in this game, I already talked about it earlier in the video, they made him an idiot. He would have saw Brainiac, his plan, coming from a mile away. It's super dumb. I don't know what they were thinking with this game at all whatsoever. So, and and it actually is stated in the game about how he joined the Justice League and stuff. I'll play the clip for you here
Several
now.
years after faking his death, Bruce Wayne finally returned, drawn back to the light by the metahuman superheroes from Metropolis. They asked Batman to join the Justice League. He accepted. And so, the story of Bruce Wayne, the Batman, continues, far from the mean streets of the city that made him. I'm Jack Ryder. Thanks for taking this journey with me.
Guess that's why he never visited me in jail.
So yeah, you see what I mean? That is complete bullshit within itself. That would not happen whatsoever. Because yes, there are things and stuff, comics, whatever, movies, shows, I don't know, where Batman obviously joined the Justice League and stuff, but that's different. It's not like the Arkham games. It is a completely different scenario and entire universe within itself. So, almost anyone that has also played video games knows about the generic average giant boss that throws stuff at you, right? And what's really pathetic is that they turned Batman, one of the most hyped up probably boss fights, no, the most hyped up boss fight in this game. They turned Batman into one of those. He's just a big scary guy that throws shit at you because the fear toxin, which is so boring. That is boring. They ruined it completely, destroyed it, balled it up, threw it in the trash, burned the trash can with everything inside of it. It is absolutely horrendous. And then obviously, you know what happens after that, his shitty ass death scene. And everyone wants to always say, "Oh, but this is like you can't send off Kevin's character like this." It's like Kevin Conroy knew that this was gonna happen. He was just fine with this for some reason, which does leave me to speculate about the clone theory because yes, there's a clone theory about the Justice League. They're all clones and they're not actually dead. But the only one reason why Wonder Woman got an actual death scene was because she's not actually a clone. That was her that actually died. But I don't know, that obviously conflicts with the other, rumor about the men hating activists that work at, Rocksteady. But either way, it's just they shouldn't have did that with his boss fight at all. In fact, he should have realistically been unbeatable. I mean, I don't care how dumb that sounds. It's Batman. It makes sense. He never really loses. Think about it. Get this as well. So Tim, one of probably the most goated Robins, right next to, I don't know, Jason and Dick, because I mean really those are the other ones, like only other ones in the Arkham verse. Either way, I just think Tim is probably like the best Robin besides Jason. I don't really like Dick that much. That's just my preference on him. But it's just he gets a death off screen by evil Batman. You don't hear anything about it. You see his bloody mask on the ground, and then Harley just goes, "Oh, I think Batman got him." Like, how can you just kill off Tim, a very important character? Like, where is Barbara at? Oracle, Barbara, Tim and Barbara had a thing. They liked each other. They even went on a date in one of the DLCs for Arkham Knight. So why would she be okay with him even doing this in the first place and all this stuff? And on top of that, where is she at? And another thing about how Batman evidently would just leave everyone, he left Alfred. Alfred is his closest family member. He loves Alfred like his own dad. So I just can't understand why he would even do any of that stuff. And it's like Alfred's getting old too, so it's like Batman would want to be with him, Could die any day now, quite literally. So I don't know. They ruined everything to do with Batman, even the characters that surround him, just by what they did to him. It's really upsetting. And I'll play the clip for you now about, Tim dying to Batman and stuff. This is so fucking depressing to watch.
Eyes on the bat. We got the drop on him.
What is our strat? Loose!
If you're seeing this, Robin, it means I've been compromised. I wanted to say goodbye, Tim. After everything, I'm proud to call you, Nightwing, and Oracle, my friends.
I don't think I can watch Batman cry.
This hologram's activation means that I, probably the entire Justice League, have gone rogue.
Here's the part where he's got a plan.
Battle protocols are active. I've been secretly developing countermeasures to nullify the rest of the League. I started with the Yellow Lantern, recovered after our battle with the Sinestro Corps. Green Lantern once told me that their rings are powered by the will of the user. Interestingly, I found that
Already did this bit.
enhancing the power of the battery. But that was just the start.
Tell us how to take you down, bats. Never heard my guy Bruce talk this much in my life.
Nice production on the graphics.
Oh, stop! This is the kill and flash bit. It was more fun in person anyways.
What are you looking for, Harley?
Me. There is no anti-Batman device.
Ah, rats. Well, it was worth a shot.
Robin was here. I do not think he won.
Bats got Robin. Talk about cutting out the middleman.
Team up with Nightwing, Oracle, and if you can find him, Jason. You'll need to rely on all your years of highly specialized training.
Uh-oh.
Discipline. Loyalty to your team.
Having a frickin' moment, you dummy.
None of us can do this alone. The team you lead. The family you choose. Together, you'll be formidable. That's something you taught me, son.
Keep it together, Shark.
Sharko, are you crying?
I have a complicated relationship with my father.
Join the club, man.
You and me both,
Never knew
Sharky.
mine.
Now, Superman. He's our friend, but he's also the most dangerous being to ever set foot on Earth. If you want to have any chance of defeating him,
Yeah, there's that. That obviously sucks. It's really lazy writing to just kill him off screen like that. But one of the worst things of all, almost as bad as that, because okay, so just to be straight, anyone would expect a final boss of a game to be really powerful, really insane, awesome, just have all kinds of boss phases and stuff. But here is the issue with that, okay? So obviously you fight the Flash in this, duh. But the problem with that is Brainiac he ends up being a copy of the Flash. Not a copy, but he just takes the appearance of the Flash and takes his abilities, and there are no new phases throughout the fight. He repeatedly does the same stuff, and he takes forever to kill. There's no new phases, no anything special. It's just a boss fight with the, repeated stuff for 20 minutes until you kill him, and that's it. And it's not even like it's original. It's not like it's Brainiac or anything. You're just fighting the Flash again, except for 20 minutes instead of like 5 minutes this time. Also, that is another thing. The boss fights in this game are so shitty and so short. And in Superman's boss fight, he yaps the entire time. Like, oh, you can't get him to stop talking. Every single time, he just talks while you're killing him. He won't be quiet at all. You can't just enjoy the boss fight. But this game is, I don't know. It just, in conclusion, this game is shit. Do not buy it. That's it for this video. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Just whatever you take away from this, if you really want to buy the game, then get it. But take what I'm saying into consideration. And yeah, I'm out.
First tell me feel it, I feel it. Problems I numb and conceal them. Kinda like my feelings, but I still feel them.